Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Storytime. My name is Mary. Thanks for joining me. What do you guys think we're doing our Storytime about today? I got two little penguins. Can you show me your two little penguins on your fingers? Even if you don't have any, you can just hold your fingers up like this. And we're going to do a little rhyme. It's kind of like two little blackbirds sitting on a cloud, but instead it's going to be two little penguins sitting on the ice. One bows once, the other bows twice. Waddle, little penguins, waddle away. Come back, penguins, time to play. All right, let's do that again all together. Here we go. Two little penguins sitting on the ice. One bows once, the other bows twice. Waddle, little penguins, waddle away. Come back, penguins, it's time to play. Waddle, 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 waddle. Good job with two little penguins. That's such a cute one to do. Okay, I have another penguin flannel to do. And I really like this one because it kind of teaches you about some penguins. So this is called 5 Penguins. And I have 5 different penguins here that I'll show you, and then I'll put them on the flannel. And they actually go from the smallest penguin to the biggest kind of penguin. So there's dozens of different kinds of penguins. So this is just a few of them, but it teaches you a little bit about the different kinds. So this is my first one. You can see it. This little penguin has little black feet. He's a black-footed penguin with feathers so neat. So as I put them on the board, you'll kind of see how much bigger they get. So that was the smallest one out of the ones we have. This little penguin is called Adelaide, so it's an Adelaide penguin. On snow, he can walk or slide on his belly. Adelaide, belly. I guess it's pronounced Adelaide. All right. Do you guys know what penguin this is? He has yellow feathers. You guys know? It was just kind of funny with this penguin. You guys know the song, Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. So I think that's how this one gets its name. This little penguin has a few yellow feathers. He's a macaroni penguin. He likes cold kinds of weather. So he's getting a little bit bigger than the Adelaide penguin. Pretty close in size, but a little bit bigger. Oh, this one's a little bit bigger though. These big penguins are known as kings, and though they can't fly, they can swim with their wings. That's what their little wings are for, swimming. So look how much bigger he is than even the little black-footed one. He's like twice as big as the black-footed. And do you guys know what the biggest of the penguins is called? This big penguin is the biggest of all. He's an emperor penguin, over 3 feet tall. Do you guys know how tall you are? I bet you a lot of you are shorter than an emperor penguin, which is kind of crazy because usually birds aren't over 3 feet tall. Here we go. So we have all 5 of our penguins in increasingly height order. All penguins are birds, mostly black and white. Any penguin you see is a beautiful sight. Love penguins. All right, it's time for our book. The book I chose is called The Penguin Lady. And actually, this was my first time reading this book, and I thought it was really fun because all of the different penguins are in this, and it has lots of information about the different kinds in there too. So this is called The Penguin Lady. She kind of dresses like a penguin, doesn't she? Let's find out what happens to the Penguin Lady. Penelope Parker lived on Penguin Place. She lived in a neat little white house with black trim. Short and stout, Penelope always wore her favorite colors, black and white. Penelope even waddled when she walked. Can you guys waddle like Penelope? On her birthday, her brother sent her one penguin from the Galapagos Islands. The penguin walked all over the house, looking in all her closets. So Penelope kept him in the garage. Then Penelope's sister gave her 2 rockhopper penguins from Argentina. Do you guys think it's warm or cold in Argentina? It's actually quite warm. They like to hop up onto her dining room table and sit next to the dishes. One day, Penelope opened her door and there were 3 chin-strap penguins. They have a little black line, and they are from Antarctica, waddling across her front porch. It's really cold down there. The local newspaper heard about them and sent a reporter to write a story about Penelope and the penguins. Her picture was on the front page of the newspaper. When people read her story, they started sending Penelope orphaned penguins from all over the world. In the spring, 4 baby African penguins came, and she put them in her air-conditioned attic. 5 little blue penguins from Australia lounged in the living room. They sat on her chairs. That summer, 6 royal penguins from an island near Antarctica went swimming in the cool water in her backyard pond. When they came inside, they tracked muddy footprints all over Penelope's carpets. One fall morning, Penelope found 7 king penguins from the Falkland Islands standing in her kitchen. Just staring at her. One winter afternoon, 8 Adelie penguins from Antarctica skated on her icy pond. That night, Penelope found their wet scarves piled on her favorite living room chair. In the den, 9 macaroni penguins from Argentina napped on the piano. Penelope had to tiptoe through her house so she could not wake them. Penguins paraded everywhere. A lot of P words in this book. There were even 10 emperor penguins from Antarctica snacking on squid. Ooh, that sounds kind of gross. Probably makes your house smell kind of yucky. Penguins were inside and outside of her house. Soon all the children on her street called her the Penguin Lady. The penguins were loud and messy. This just won't do, she thought. I can't send them all back. What can I do with them? Penelope called her local zoo. Do you need any more penguins? Why, yes, they said, we do. So Penelope rented a large truck and helped all the penguins up the long ramp into the back of the truck. She drove them to the zoo where they were happy to meet other penguins. All the penguins were gone. Penelope's house was quiet and empty. It was too quiet, and she was very lonely. Then she saw a sign at her neighbor's house, Dalmatian puppies for sale. I'll take just one, she smiled as she walked over. So it still fits into her color scheme, black and white, so that's good. And if you check this book out at the library, you can read about all the different ones. They like the rock hopper and the king, emperor, where they live, what they like to eat. There's like maps of them. It's kind of cool. And their sizes, and a quiz you can take. So this is a fun one if you're interested in penguins. That is all that I have today for story time. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about the Penguin Lady and doing some penguin rhymes. So I will see you next time. Bye.